Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Looks good to me. Sounds good to me. All right, man. I'm ready to get this. I'm excited. All right. Let's see what we got going here. Let me switch scenes here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey guys, man, long time. Oh, I gotta set some things. You know, I'm still new at this, so hold on, man. YouTube, blah blah blah. All right, they want this ID. All right, is Colombia good? Yes, it's good. It's fantastic. Hell yeah. There, that's that. YouTube super chat. Automatic. Yeah, that says automatic. Yeah, right. Shit does not work, dude. All right, folks, man. So the question of the day is Colombia, is it good? Is it good in 2022? You know, and I've been here 5 years, though, the those that are new to the channel. I've been living in Colombia for 5 years. So when I first landed, I didn't know where to go at all. All I did was like, I was tired of living in the United States. I was in the rat race, which means like I was just working to survive. I didn't have any money left over. I was just waking up. Literally, I can remember my schedule. Waking up at maybe 5 a.m., going across to the street to the gym, coming back, taking a shower, waiting, starting to work. You know, I was working in real estate. I still work in real estate in Texas, working and just doing whatever I can to sell properties. And then and I had the breaking point one day whenever I was building some houses, and then my investors took off and left me just holding the bag. So basically, I was stuck with all these homes that were not selling and they were in my name. And so I literally, I wouldn't say a nervous breakdown, but I had a psychological, like it hurt deep inside, you know. And you know, I remember one time I was crying in the shower. I never really shared any of this with anybody really, but I remember I was crying just 'cause I don't cry, dude. I'm super strong, dude. But it was not like a sorrow cry, but it was like a fucking, I'm pissed off with the, you know, things have been handed to me in my life type of cry, just like pissed. You ever just so furious, you know, with myself? You know, I did the thing. I went to school, I went to college, got my degree, did the things I'm supposed to do, but still I didn't have the money that like a lot of people did, that I considered I was much more, you know, I was smarter. But so at that point I was a little bit, and so I started asking around. When eventually, with God's grace, you know, he helped me sell these properties that I had. And the last one I sold, you know what's so strange about this? God must have been interfered somehow, dude. I don't know, but check this out. I sold my last house. Yeah, and those that don't know, but like in building houses, all your money is in that last house. It's all the money, all the profit. All these other houses, they're just like a little bit to get you going, get you out of debt, but you know, you're paying off your mortgage, paying off these loans, and paying off workers. You're trying to keep the doors open. You're trying to put food on the table. You're trying to pay the rent. But so what happens is all your money, the whole nest egg is in that last house. And so my last house I sold was on my birthday. That's why I said, like, you know, God must have been intervened somehow, dude. Like the God, you can't tell me there's no God, dude. Like this had to be some kind of, there's one out of 365 days, and it just so happens to be on my, and it's not only that, but I had a bunch of stories where like God had to be intervened with those houses, dude, just to keep my spirits up, bro. Because oh, thanks for your support, man. I appreciate that. Anything you guys can do, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks. Let me know that I'm doing the right thing. Thanks for those super chats and all that stuff. That's cool, man. But so when I was building those houses, you know, I did some, I used to keep Lakewood Church, which is a popular church in Houston, on all the time, just trying to keep my spirits up, boy. Just kind of keep going, you know, just try to just give me one more day. Just give me one more day. Don't try to give me 2 days. Don't try to give me 4 days. Just give me one more day, man. And sure enough, he pushed me through. So anyways, on that last house, when I sold it, When I sold that last house, I moved here to Medellin, Colombia, and I moved here to Medellin, Colombia, not by accident. I did a lot of research and I started investigating. I said, asking all my friends, all of them. I didn't want to leave any kind of stone unturned, So I was like checking with them. Hey, what do you think, man? Where should I go? Where should I go and check out? I like the one thing that was important to me is I like climate that's really nice. I do love the ocean, but the ocean is just it's here, but it's hot. I mean, their ocean's just not. It's beautiful, it's blue, but it's uncomfortable, and I don't like that. In my opinion, the best ocean to me is like Hawaii, or the best ocean may be in Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles for a little while, and of course the city's kind of. I lived in Venice during that period, right before the pandemic, and I used to walk to that beach, do my surfing. And it was just beautiful. The ocean's great. The weather's great. So I can see why it's one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. They've got a big bum problem, or, homeless issue, should I say, not bums, homeless, but it's a great place to live. So I did, in essence, what I'm trying to tell you is I did a lot of research about living here or deciding to come to Medellin, Colombia. It just didn't I hopped on an airplane. And one thing like I said, I closed on the house, that last house on my birthday, and the next day I was here in Medellin, Colombia, and I came with my dog, my backpack, 2 suitcases, and then the doggy suitcase. The dog has to have a suitcase, and so that's how I got down here. So those that don't know, my story, so you can have kind of like some kind of, who you're talking about, who are you talking to? Another couple of things about me is that I really don't do drugs. And yeah, you're gonna go through that party scene if you're if you're new here to Medellin, everybody goes to the party scene. You're gonna go through that most likely from anywhere from like 2 months to 6 months. It's gonna become old. You're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna have a bunch of chicks. You're gonna be like, wow, chicks that are like beautiful women that you'll never ever in your entire life have an opportunity to be with. You'll have an opportunity to be here, but it won't be for free, of course, Hold on one second. There. Let's see what's going on here with this thing. Super chat. Automatic. This thing doesn't work that great, I'm telling you. Let's see here. So is Medellin, I'm going to break down living in Colombia. Is it good? So I'm going to get right to the point. A couple of things. Let's break down the life here in Colombia. Let's break it. If we're going to break it off in 2 different sections, all right? We're going to have 2 major sections. Hey, salute, bro. Hey, appreciate that, Clyde. Thank you, brother. 100. One thing, we're going to break this down. Is living in Colombia good? And I like that. Good to see you out. I hope you're doing, sending us that. Hey, what's going on, bro? Man, thanks. I appreciate it. I took a step back from Colombia tips just to reanalyze my life a little bit. Sometimes you have to take a step back and look at your life from up here, almost like looking down. And what are you doing every day? Is it the route that you want to continue? Is this the beneficial route? Are you growing? Like some people say, do they have life goals or daily goals or weekly or monthly goals? I also think you should add your growth goals. Are you growing as a person? Not just in money, but like growing as your mentality and your spirituality. How are you doing in life? Are you moving and every single day? Are you getting better? So that's where I've been. Anyways, so talking about living in Colombia, is it good? Especially now in 2022, we're going to be talking about this. I lived in all over Colombia. I lived in Medellin first, Envigado first, which is like the suburbs of Medellin. Then I went to Medellin, and then after Medellin, I not fell in love, but got with a serious relationship, Elena. I went to move to Bogota for her. Then I stayed, came back to Medellin because I thought that Elena was going to come back with me. Nope, she didn't. And then we ended up splitting up. I found a girl in Pereira. So I moved out there, great woman, stayed out there in Pereira. Pereira's about 3 hours from here. And then I lived in Cali and Cartagena for a little while. And then I came back, lived in Sabaneta, which is like a pueblo. So it's a very, I wanted to get that real life Colombian type of life. I wanted to experience, not like here in Medellin, Poblado. When you come to Poblado, it's going to be like you're back in the United States, bro. I mean, they have Burger King, they got Domino's, pizza. You really haven't left the United States. I really recommend that you have to get out of this comfort zone and at least experience it for yourself, so that you could say, yeah, you know what? I experienced Colombia. I lived there. When you're on your deathbed, I want you to be like, oh, you know what? I did stay in Colombia. I don't want you to come to Colombia and think you come to Poblado and this is Colombia. No. If in essence, if you come to Medellin and you stay in Poblado in this little bitty cushion area, what you're doing is leaving your area. You're leaving to another part of the United States that's has a little bit more risk into it. So like if you're going into the hood, you know, but it looks really nice. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's like you haven't really experienced the real Colombia. So that's why they have places like Pueblito Paisa. So in Medellin, they have like it's cool, but what it is like an experience for people that don't want to travel to a pueblo, and they want to stay in Pueblo and they want to see how it is, like how people live and how their houses are and stuff like that. So that's not what I don't really recommend that. It's kind of cool to go up there because it has a nice view. You can take like a nice date, but it's not really experiencing that pueblo, like people just chilling out outside. I remember one time I was in it's Hispania, but they pronounce it España. I don't know why. It's an H. But I was in España and I remember they were cooking a big soup on a fire just outside on a dirt road. And so I rode up on my motorcycle and I just started chilling with them, So that's one of the cool things. And I remember one time I'm there as well in España. I was chilling out and little kids were coming up to me just saying hi, not really asking for money, even though I gave them some money. I think it was like a couple of bucks or something to go play. They had like a little arcade in there so they can play. It was a little bitty town. I highly recommend it. It's called Hispania. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he knows H's are silent. That's crazy, right? So it's like Hispania, but they pronounce it España. So if you want to Google that, I highly recommend that town. Very cute, very beautiful. No hotels, no cushiony kind of stuff. Has a park in the middle. People are very nice. I highly recommend it. And then after you leave Hispania, go up to Jardín, which is like another, I don't know, hour and a half or something like that. Jardín is going to have a lot of adventure stuff, like hiking through to the waterfalls, hiking with a tour guide, and they have the path. It's already cut, so it's pretty secure. You do have to cross a little river, but they have little ropes and stuff. So it's a really cool experience. I highly recommend it. Oh, you know me. Hold on one second. All right, and we're back. All right, so living here in Medellin, Colombia, is it good? Well, like I said, we're going to break this off into a couple of different sections, all right? First off is going to be your personal life, and then we're going to have our business life. But we're in personal life first. In personal life, we're going to have family, friends, and what I like to call freedom, okay? Your family first. So this is going to be like, I think I need to say a statement here first before I even get involved in all this stuff. First off, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love Colombia with all my heart. It's a beautiful country. It's some beautiful people. But it comes with some negative baggage too. And I think I need to share that with you because the thing about this channel, it's 100% raw truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't have any sponsors. I have sponsors, but not telling me what to do. It's like, hey, do your thing, bro. I'm gonna tell you the real deal, how it is down here. So starting off, we're with our personal life, okay? That's our personal life. Inside personal life, we're gonna have family, we're gonna have friends, and then we're gonna have freedoms, okay? So family, you're gonna miss your family, bro. You know, if you decide to move down here, you're gonna miss your family. That's for sure. And then if you have a kid, you do not want to bring your kid down here and have them into this school system. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Not only are you a foreigner and you kind of, have the kids, kind of like maybe kidnapped. And this is not like this is the kind of shit that happens down here and it's 100% real. If they can kidnap your kid and say, yeah, you're going to give me 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, all your money, drain it. And you're going to do it. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So do I want to bring my kid and have him down here? Hell no. Now, if I meet a woman and I decide to get married to her and create a family, then I would have to, not all women down here are looking to go back to the United States. In fact, I want to say about 90% of them don't want to go to the United States. I mean, it's beautiful here. Their families here. And that's the one thing that's different than United States is they are very family oriented. They're very connected. They spend a lot of time with their family versus us. Our parents are like, hey, leave the house at 18 years old or younger. I left when I was 14. I've been wrestling with this thought for years is that, thanks Jersey, bro. Jersey's so awesome. I've been wrestling with this thought or contemplating this thought is that, how can I say this? Is the child living in the household with the mother and father to their 30s right or is it wrong? The American way, the way we're brought up, is to no, you get the hell out of here. Australians too, get the hell out. You don't live with mommy and daddy. But is it right? So, a lot of times we have to question, is it right? So family values. Their family values are strong. My family values, not so much. It's like, hey, bro, you got to live, you got to spread your wings. You got to do your own thing. See you later. Mama's gone. I love my mom to death. She's a great, great lady. You probably seen her in a couple of videos. But, it's something to think about, right? It's something like, I don't know, So anyways, you're going to miss your family when you come down there. So that's already going to be like a little negative. If you're going to create a family, you're going to have a kid, you don't want to have the child in this type of, education system. I don't recommend it because there's only been really a couple of people that, well, I shouldn't say a couple, but it's very limited in the amount of people that I've met that really intrigued me where I was like, wow, that's an intelligent person. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to be 100% honest. And I've been around some good people. In fact, one of my ex-girlfriends was an attorney here. And her communication skills as an attorney, I was like, damn, how can you be in it? But that's a whole nother story. And she had like 6 years of college here. So I'm like, I don't know, So that family. Now we talked about is living in Colombia good in 2022. We talked about the first thing that's going to be family. And we got a little bit of negative aspect on family living here, right? Now we're going to go to the next thing in personal life. It's going to be your friends. Okay? So your friends are they matter a lot. You think they don't, but everybody, this is a fact. We have to we're very social people. We have to be around people. We have to be able to communicate. And even me, after 5 years of living here, I don't speak perfect English. And there's a difference between knowing how to communicate, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué haces, amor? And then making people laugh and having a true in-depth conversation. You ever have a great conversation with someone that just don't even know, just, hey, what you been up to? Things like that. It's different. Even if you're well-versed in Spanish or in the other language of that country, you're going to have a language barrier with the locals. Not saying that it's impossible, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. So having that communication between friends is going to be a little bit meh. So another negative aspect of living here in Colombia that you may have overlooked. You see what so that's what I mean. Is like there's some things here that you really haven't really, like, wow, I didn't even think about that. But it's right. I am gonna miss my family if I move to Medellin, or if I move to Colombia. If I have a kid, I don't want him in that system. I'm gonna, if I want, you're gonna have a few years, hopefully. But if you bring your own kid, ooh, no, 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 I wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, we had an in-depth conversation. Yep, the translator. So Jersey, bro, here is awesome guy. Jersey came down here just recently, and he actually introduced me to a place. There are so many places to go down here in Colombia. In fact, I think that's why I was drawn to Jersey, is that, I could communicate with him, So being able to communicate is just a valuable, it's like you won't know how much it means until it's gone, until it's removed. And then you're like, shit, I miss talking to someone, Not even like, I would go. I remember one time living in Bogota, and I actually had a night where I was like, dude, I'm tired. Chicks are great, but having a bro, dude, what's up, bro? Just hang out. What you up? Let's go watch the game, dude. Let's go. That matters. So I remember one night in Bogota, I was like, I'm going to go meet some friends. Fuck the chicks. I'm going to go meet some dudes, and I'm just going to hang out. And I ended up meeting some dudes, and they were damn Russians from Colombia. They're Colombians that live in Russia. And so, yeah, that was a crazy night. Anyways, all right. So now we're going to move on to the final thing in personal life. Is going to be, and these are the negative aspects, and what I like to call is the freedoms. Okay? You like freedoms? Don't they have the right? Don't they have the same freedoms in Colombia? Yes and no. We're going to get there in a second. Hold on one second. Damn, this volume's not up. 6 bathrooms, big high ceilings, and it comes fully furnished. It was designed by a famous designer named Zakov. Look at this beautiful 900 square feet double balcony. Comes with the power jetted jacuzzi with over 30 power cylinders to relax those aching muscles, and you are king of the castle, overlooking entire Medellin with a 360-degree view. Just absolutely amazing, and it could be all yours for $297,000. Call 832-305-7653. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Oh, that's what that is. Thing has a lag on it, bro. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? All right, here we go. Okay, so loud and clear. Thank you, Bandit 0304. So your freedoms, bro. This is the last negative thing. You're like, Alan, you're being a negative dude. I'm just giving you the raw deal about living down here. Some things that you may have overlooked, okay? Another negative thing about living down here, a con, is your freedoms, all right? A couple of things. Number one, in the United States, like if I wanted to go for a walk or run at 11 o'clock at night, I want to do a late night walk, I just want to walk around, no problem really. But here, you're going to think twice or even 3 or 4 times before stepping out into the darkness. Because you're going to be understanding that as soon as you step into that darkness and you're alone, now you are a target. And that's just no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no like debate. You become a target as soon as you leave into a place that's dark, and the people know you as a foreigner. They have no love towards you. You have no love down here. Some people think that, oh no, people know me and shit. Nah, I don't care, bro. They know that you're a foreigner, you got dollars, and then, stealing from you $1,000, you can make another $1,000 in a week in the United States. But $1,000 down here is about at least maybe like anywhere from 3 to 4 months of work for the average worker. So let that sink in a little bit. $1,000, your phone that you're holding in your hand. Well, when I bought this phone 4 years ago, this is 4 months of work. So let that sit in a little bit so you can understand how much that phone is worth. So like, oh, why, Alan, why are you talking about the phone so much? Because that's what they're going to go for. And if you do happen to get robbed, you give them your shit. You don't argue with them. They got you because you took a walk at 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever, looking for chicks or looking for whatever. Some people are looking for Tusi. Tusi is like their drug down here. It's meth mixed with cocaine and all types of shit. I do not recommend that stuff. I don't even recommend you taking the cocaine because number one, the Tusi has meth in it, bro. That's highly addictive. I don't care if people don't come out of that shit. I've seen beautiful girls just go down the drain. And at a place that Jersey Bro took me to, these girls, I'm kind of glad he took me there because when I got there, I can see it's like a big open room, right? It's a bar, disco with a little bar to the side. And I have some footage. I'm going to share it with my members only. Only subscribers will be able to see this video. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I've got a gift for you guys, a $50 gift at the end of this video. I decided on, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. I'm giving you a gift, $50 gift. It's really a $100 gift, but anyways. Okay, so when I was there, they were doing Tutsi, which is meth. It's like a little pink like powder. They stuff it in their nose, but they're constantly doing it. They're going to the restroom doing Tutsi. I should just call it meth because that's exactly what it is. And they're going to the restroom like constantly. I would say every 5 minutes doing drugs. So it's like you get a real visual of the type of person you want to have sex with, and it makes you do two things. Number one, either, no, I don't want to have sex with her. Or number two, you know what? I better put a condom on, because these girls will let you have sex with them without a condom. And man, it was a crazy party in there, man. I say it was a really good time, really cool little brothel. But, it gives you some insight with what this person does because they're all, yeah, I made them a little horny. Look, Jersey's like, yeah, I made them horny because they're on that meth and they're all hyped up, bro. So, but to me, I was like, nah, I got a little girlfriend or a little lady friend I've been seeing. And, I give her a little bit of money. And I think that's good to understand. We'll talk about that in another video about, helping out, not really giving money for sex, but just being a boyfriend, being a man and helping out your girlfriend, So the three negatives that we have here, we talked about the cons already, right? Family, right? We're going to miss our family. If we have a kid, we can't bring the kid here because we don't even want to bring that kid into this type of environment where there's a lot of prostitutes and shit like that and drugs and Tuesday. I wouldn't understand why you would bring a kid here unless you just really covet him. But is he going to be ready for the world, or is she going to be ready for the world? Another thing, if she's a girl can get kidnapped and they get sold into sex trafficking. And so remember, I kind of help out, and every year I help out with the church here with sex trafficking, stopping that. So I get an inside view of, wow, the sex trafficking, that's real. I didn't even I didn't even realize how bad it is, and I didn't understand, but when you see a 12-year-old pregnant girl, it's a trip. I'll tell you, it's going to change you a little bit. Yeah, what does it say? I think, oh, Jersey said, I think it's ketamine, MDMA. There's definitely no sense in it at all, and no cocaine in it. I don't know, man. Jersey has given us, I know there's meth in it for sure, and there's a bunch of stuff in there. So just, it's more expensive than cocaine here. Oh, the other reason why I don't want you doing cocaine, because it's very pure. So the thing about it, like, it's very, very cheap and it's very, very pure. So when you get back to your country, you're going to be really addicted because you'll never be able to get that same high you did here in Colombia. You're going to be always getting that high. You're going to be always thinking about, I need to get that high in that I got in Colombia. And the only reason you got that because it's really pure, it didn't get cut up. In the United States, they take it, mix it with baby powder, laxatives, caffeine, all types of shit. I don't know. But the thing is, you don't want to get caught up in that type of scene. If you do, you got to be, statistics show if you're over 35, you can kind of control it, but not really. Your chances of controlling it are improved, but not great. They're still down. Very addictive. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the positive aspects of living here in Colombia. And remember, I absolutely love it here. It's one of my best decisions I ever made in my life. Number one, the best thing that about here, and to me, living here is, the weather. The weather is absolutely amazing here in Medellin. And I think I say Medellin specifically because all different cities will have different climates because of different altitudes. What do you say? Medellin, Jersey says, Medellin is like the wild, wild west. Well, it's as there's no laws, there's no rules. Very easy to get into bad habits over there, mainly because it's so cheap and available. And that's 100% true. What he's telling you is like, well, we're talking about the cocaine. There's no laws. There's just like, it's the wild, wild west. It's whatever, bro. The police are not going to help you. In fact, unfortunately, not all of them, but a lot of times police are paid off and may be a little bit corrupt, So you got to be, even if you get robbed, nothing's going to happen. And this is the thing, is that so they got you. And that's it. That's it. It's done. Your phone's gone. Then that's it. You want to waste your time doing a report? Go ahead. They're not going to do anything. Only one time they're going to do anything is if you get hurt, stabbed, killed, or some shit like that. Or like, we had one guy, I think he had like a big, what, a Rolex or something, $20,000 or $100,000, a bunch of his watches. I have no idea why he brought that shit down here. Hold on. Oh, I got to get some water. Hold on.
Meet in person some of the sexiest women in Colombia. These sexy ladies can safely guide you through the city and Colombia's nightlife. You can feel safe knowing every girl has been verified with passport, state identification, and home address. ColombiaTips.com, your sexy companion awaits. ColombiaTips.com is the only site where you can chat and meet in person some of the sexiest women in Colombia.
All right, and I'm back. Hold on one second. Let me switch this. Boink. All right, I'm back. Damn, that water's good, bro. One more other good thing about living down here, you could drink the water. You don't have to buy any tap water or filtered water or anything like that. The water is fantastic. In fact, it's just like crystal clear from the mountains or some shit. It's delicious. All right. Okay. So the weather is extremely nice. I mean, it's beautiful, bro. I'm talking about 60 degrees all the way to like 75 degrees, no humidity. Walk around, you can exercise outside. You're not sweating and pouring. It rains 3 months of the year here, but not like a crazy ass thunderstorm and all types of crazy shit. No, it's like a drizzle, a little drizzle. It rains a little bit, but not much. And it does that for 3 months. And that's why Colombia has this lush greenery, just beautiful trees and tall, big old plants. These elephant, we call that the elephant leaves, or that plant with the big elephant ears. Oh, just huge, like this big. So just beautiful greenery. On top of that, because we have all that greenery and all that these trees, we have a lot of birds that come in all over. Parrots, you know, the ones you go to the zoo for. You go to the zoo to see these parrots and birds, yellow birds, blue birds. It's just tropical here. So I really recommend you take a little walk sometimes into, like, you know, little paths. I'll recommend there's some parks here that you can go to that have little hidden paths. And just don't go with the expensive phone. Remember, I always recommend, and there's a safety course I have. I'm gonna give you something at the end of this video. But what it tells you is to come with, one of the tips is to come with a burner phone. Just a shitty phone. Like, you can probably, this is a Pixel 4. You could probably pick this up at the pawn shop or on Craigslist for $100 now. Get one of these. Get something that like $200. Leave your other phone, you know, for places like you're more secure at. But if you're going to go into like a path and it's hidden, or you're going to go out at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, take your other phone. You can get 2 SIM cards, put it in here. You get robbed for this, here you go, no problem. Got my other $1,000 phone or iPhone 1300, whatever it is, at home. Very important. Let me see here. All right. So one other thing. Okay, so now we talked about the climate. Now the women. So the women, if you're a single man, oh my God, the women are so beautiful. So beautiful. Almost like porcelain dolls here. And what I've been thinking lately, I said, you know, so beauty, really, if you Google it, beauty is being symmetrical. You know, how your eyes, your ears, everything's symmetrical. You know, then we go down to the body. You know, of course, it has to be symmetrical as well. But, you know, proportionate with the, you know, nice upper, little waist, and the, you know, little bit of curvature they have here in Medellin. And what I'm trying to get at is that, well, I think that it has a lot to do with the food that they eat. So one of the foods that they eat down here a lot is avocado. They eat it with everything. I mean, they eat it with everything. I'm talking about even at breakfast sometimes, and they're eating it because we have a lot of avocados here. They eat a lot of fruits and nuts and vegetables here. So whenever they're in their birth wound, they're constantly, for those that don't know, avocado is a superfood. It is a superfood, not even a regular food. It has so many vitamins, so healthy for you. So if they're eating this stuff out on top of the mountains that are here, where they're having to walk up and down, exercising, all this stuff gave this beautiful baby, you know, that's very healthy versus the United States. Oh, not to mention, I forgot to mention this. There's no processed meats here. There's no steroids in your meats here. So meats are going to be a lot more expensive than the United States, and they're going to be a lot smaller. That's because they're all grass-fed. They're all organic. All of it's organic because they don't allow hormones injected like the United States. So remember those big chickens that we got in the United States? There are these big-ass turkeys. It's because they inject steroids into them to get bigger. They don't allow that here. Yeah, the Jersey says, sadly, they sell your phone in El Centro for around $100. Oh, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's right. So Jersey's saying where when they steal your phone, they're going to take it down to Central. And I don't care what type of phone you have. Oh, Alan, it's an iPhone, whatever, the last 15 or whatever the hell it is. They can't do anything with bullshit. These guys, they figure it out. They unlock it. It'd be unlocked. And sold before you even get home. Now, there is a thing in my safety tip, my safety course. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys now instead of holding this shit. I'm going to give all my subscribers all of my safety classes for free. Yes, no more paying for this. I feel like I want to give you guys so much value, and I want to keep you guys safe. You know, if God looks down on me one day and says, you know what, Alan, you could have saved some people by sharing that class you had instead of having people pay for it. then you know what? Maybe it gives me, maybe God will be like, all right, come on in here, It's kind of weird, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I could serve I could serve my members and I could serve the world and sending out a positive vibe. So now all the safety classes, they'll be free. All those safety classes that I used to have people buy, I'm giving it to you guys for free. Just make sure you subscribe. And if you don't have access, just send me a little note or something. I'll make sure they get you an access. You guys' chance of getting a hot girl. Mike Jones, unattractive guys. Your chances have gone up extremely high here in Colombia. And the way we're gonna, oh my God, bro. So I seen one of my friends. He is, I don't consider myself that good looking. I'm like, I'm okay, short, dark, speak Spanish, whatever. But one of my friends is a couple of levels below me, okay? But he has a amazing girlfriend. Hotness. In fact, I got a photo of her here, right here. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Where the hell is he at? Nope, right here. You're going to trip out right now. Hold on. Where is he at? Oh, man, you're going to trip, bro. So this dude, look, can you see that? This is her, bro. Shit, how can I get that right? It was right there? Oh, it's right here. Oh, man, fuck this. Let me get up. Look at that. Damn, there it is right there. Yeah, bro, this is a live picture, too. This is not like a Photoshop or some type of shit. And this dude is butt ugly. I hate to say it, but he's about 70 years old, 65, 70. And so, bro, your chances of getting a hot chick are great down here. But here on the island, god damn it, you have to put the butt. God damn. So the way that you're gonna make up. So how can I say this? I mean, fuck it. I'm just going to tell you the raw deal. It's going to be made up with money, bro. And you're going to become more attractive with money. And, it's not a lot of money to you. Possibly, most likely, it's not going to be a lot of money. An allowance for something like that, if you're butt ass ugly and you're about 3 times older than her, she's probably like 20, he's like 65. So he probably gives her like $1,000 a month, as an allowance, which is $250 a week, probably for about 3 visits, overnight stays per day. So $250, bro. In the United States, a woman like this is $1,000 a night. Not even an overnight, not even an overnight stay, But like, yeah, Mike's Jersey said, yeah, 100% Mike, yeah, you're going up. That's for sure, dude. So the women here are going to be just something out of it's like something that, like if you're in the United States and you see her, you're like, dude, don't even approach her. She's too fucking hot. She's going to be with some rich dude or some guy 6'2", driving a goddamn Corvette or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, some shit like that, because that's what it is in the United States. But here, because there's not that many successful men that can take care of them, we become more attractive. Yeah, that's 100% true, bro. I don't like to be bullshitting. I don't want to tell you the straight facts. It does help. So money is not going to be everything. You need to be able to communicate, okay? Because the more that you are, not that great looking and you have a bad personality, then the more money you're going to have to give. There's like this space right here, like you here and her is here. We got to get these things to match up, okay? You're going to hit up, you can go with a little bit of money right here and you can just go ahead and give that money and end up right here and meet together, okay? Or, you could be, what? You could dress a little bit better. Oh, got a couple of levels up here. Oh, you know what? He speaks Spanish. A little bit closer to her now. You know what? He gives me a little allowance. Oh, you know what? He's just really nice and he's romantic. It's like all these things. You can't just think of one variable, you know? Now I'm going to give it to you raw. It's like, this is not for escorts now. Escorts, their mentality is already gone into money. This is more into like a girl that you find, she may be in school, you know, she just needs a little bit of help and she's looking to maybe, you know what? If I can find a guy that's nice and makes me laugh and he supports me and he wants to grow together, yeah, fuck it. I don't care if he's, you know, older, you know, a little bit unattractive or unattractive. So that's a cool ass thing, you know. It's pretty cool, man. What does it say? Can you live in Medellin with $1,000 a month? Okay. Okay, Uganda, $1,000 a month. You can live in Colombia and some parts of Medellin. Not in Poblado and not in Laureles. You're not going to be able to live on $1,000 a month, all inclusive. $1,000 a month is going to live you in like in Belen, maybe in Bejo, because you got to think about food. Your rent, you can get your rent as low as $250, but not in Poblado and Laureles. You know, these are two of like the best areas of Medellin. So what's gonna happen is that the lower you go down, the less secure that area is, and that's just a fact. They call that the stratus, basically level of security. Hold on, I gotta get some water. Presents the two-story penthouse in El Poblado, Medellin, Colombia. 10 minutes from Parquietas, you're far enough to be in a nice, quiet zone, but close enough to get to the action-packed city of Medellin. This open floor plan presents 2 double balconies, 4 to 5 bedrooms with 6 bathrooms, big, high ceilings, and it comes fully furnished. It was designed by a famous designer Zakov. Look at this beautiful 900 square feet double balcony. Comes with the power jetted jacuzzi with over 30 power cylinders to relax those aching muscles, and you are king of the castle, overlooking entire Medellin with a 360-degree view. Just absolutely amazing, and it could be all yours for $297,000. Call 832-305. Colombia. All right, and I'm back. So that was a good question. Can you live in Colombia for $1,000 a month? Now you can live in So here in Poblado, this is like the Richie Rich area. You got high security. You got police running down the streets all the time, which is great. It's very secure. Not 100% secure. Don't go there. Don't go there. I didn't say that. I said it's more secure. So you're gonna need at least, I would say, $3,000 a month to live in Poblado. So this is gonna be a nice newer building, maybe, you know, 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath with a guard downstairs. We got about $600 in food. In fact, you know, I should break this down on the board a little bit, but you know, we're gonna do that. I would just let's go in the next video about that, about how to live. We'll sect it off on a budget, $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000 on our next video. Yeah, but yeah, answer your question, $1,000 a month, definitely on the outskirts of Medellin in a less secure area. One of them is Bejo, another one's called Belen, the other one is Central, and then so you can get your rent down to like $200 a month. And but you know, there's a price to pay. The price, oh, thank you, Uganda. That is very nice. Look, see, Uganda gave me a nice. You know what? I'm glad. You know, sometimes these guys, they let me know that I'm on the right track of helping you guys, and I hope I'm giving you guys some value. So yeah, $1,000 a month. I would say Bejo, Belen, Central. So there's going to be some benefits, all right, to living like this. Not only saving a lot of money, of course, living out there, but because you're going to be around the locals, bro. This is where locals, they're paying about $1,000 a month, okay? They're paying $1,000 a month. You know, they live with all their friends and family and stuff, so they're all joined and put their money together, okay? But because you're going to be around locals, you're going to meet some really beautiful local women that are not escorts. You're basically Colombian. You are going, like, people in Poblado know this is like foreigners, bro. This is all foreigners, and we got some uppity Colombians. If you live here, it's like you're like you are. There's no. It's not like you are trying to be uppity. You are uppity. If you live in Poblado, you are uppity. That's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you are spending more money than you have to because you really, security is very important to you. Walkability is very important to you. Yeah, because there's no need to live here. Only if that stuff is. But getting back to that $1,000 a month, because you are living in you are living with Colombian locals. Oh man, you're going to be able to meet some really beautiful women that don't want money, that will retake it, but just because you are wanting to help them. They're not going to be like, no, they're going to be like, I work at the cash register, I work at the grocery store, I work at a store. And, you know, like, if you give them like $20, they're going to be super happy, like 100 mil. Oh, like, honey, here, go get your nails done. I was just thinking about you. This is kind of stuff that men do. You know, like, don't, you know, just because you're not a sugar daddy if you help. You know, baby, you got groceries in the refrigerator. You look in the refrigerator. You got groceries in here for the kid. Baby, let's go to the store. Let's go get you some couple groceries, you know? Things like that, then they go a long way, dude. Now, the more that you get closer to Poblado, the more money focused they're going to get. And they're not going to be thinking about, no, let me rephrase. They don't have a job. Okay? They don't have a job, and their job is men. And, you know, you're going to be one of their Johns that help them. But when you get out of Poblado and you get out of these rich areas, this is where an opportunity arises, because you're all around Colombians, where you're going to meet some people that are just going to be fantastic. Like I was telling you about living in that pueblo I was at, you know. So it's some cool shit's going to happen to you. But, you know, we got to think security now. Risk going up. So there is no going to be any fancy phones. Don't even bring a fancy phone down here. Just go down to the Craigslist in the United States and go to the pawn shop, get you like 2 or 3 phones, and because it's just a matter of time now. You're going to get robbed, you know? It's just a matter of time now. Now you've increased your chances dramatically. You've went up from like 7 times. Here in Poblado, I think it's 7 times versus the United States average of you getting robbed or harmed. Compared to the United States, so 7 times. But now when you go to the rougher areas, you multiply that by 2 or 3 times. So 14 times the amount. 14 times the amount of danger. But in danger, they just want to rob you of your phone, your watch, or some shit like that. So just do yourself a favor, go to the pawn shop, pick up 2 or 3 phones, and that's just it. Like once every 3, 4, or 5 months, you'll get robbed, and no problem. Take that shit, okay? But it has some good things. You're going to meet a lot of Colombians. You're going to have a great time, and it's going to humble you a little bit too. It's actually going to humble. Anyways, we're going. You know, Alan loves to talk, doesn't he? So we talked about the negatives. Remember the negatives about being here in Colombia. Family, we're going to miss them. This is not a place to raise a child. Friends, it's going to be hard to communicate. It's going to be hard to have that camaraderie with your buddies. You're going to miss that too. You think it's overlooked, but you are going to miss it. It's going to come to a point where, like, man, I miss my buds. Freedoms are going to take a hit, because you can't just go out and start walking in the streets at any time of the day or night and not think about being robbed here in Colombia and Medellin. So a lot of these things, family, friends, and freedom, the 3 F's, F3, huh? Family, friends, and freedoms. That's the cost of being here. The positives, the climate. The climate's amazing here in Medellin. It can get colder if you go up to Bogota. If you like to be cold, go up to Bogota. Some people that come from Canada and stuff, they love Bogota because it's colder in the 50s and 40s. But it rains a lot, but it's fine. Not a big deal. then we talked about the chicks. The women here are absolutely stunning. Like, you'll never have a chance ever, unless you're rich in the United States, to be with some of the girls that will give you an opportunity here. And so that's a lot to think of. The women, and then we got the last positive. That's the main positives of being here is going to be the dollar. The dollar today is about 4 times the amount. So $1 will be here about they call it 4 meal pesos. Okay, a meal in what is that, Greek or Roman or whatever? It means 1,000. So 4,000 pesos. 4 meal pesos. 4 meal pay. You got that? So basically, a dollar is super strong. So you come with $1,000. It's like $4,000 living down here. If you make $2,000 a month in the United States, that means you make about 8 here. You make 4, that means you're making 16, and vice versa, and all that good stuff. So your dollar is going to be super strong. So it's going to allow you to live that life that you really want to live. It's going to give you some opportunities. You know what? I'm going to take, I'm going to take a trip over to San Andreas. I'm going to go stay over there on the island for a little while. I'm going to travel to Pereira. I'm going to stay in a coffee shop for a little while. But being in the United States, you can't do that. If you're making 1,000, 2,000, you're just barely making it by, bro. You're just barely kind of screeching along. Bills are kind of packing up on you. I've been there. I remember sleeping in one of those houses that I was building. I was sleeping in one of the houses that I was building with the dust and the wood. It was just a frame. I had to put plastic up to separate just so I can breathe, because that sheetrock, the dust would come in and get into my lungs, and I would start coughing. And I had to sleep there because I couldn't afford to pay for a mortgage, like for the houses. You got to pay for the mortgages, the bank, the loan for the bank. Then I have to pay. I couldn't afford the rent to where I was living, so I was like, couldn't give that. I had to live in the houses I was building. So don't think that I come from like a rich. This is why I left the United States, because I was tired of living a life that is just barely scrunching by, not enjoying life, dude. And then when I turned 40, I was like, man, this can't be life. It can't be. Life cannot just be waking up in the morning, going to work, and coming home and paying the bills. I was like, this is not enough, so I had enough, sold all my stuff. I sold everything, and the stuff that I didn't sell, I gave it away at the last minute. I gave like executive desks from my office. I gave some furniture. I sold a $5,000 mattress I had from, what's that, Tempur-Pedic? Back then they were expensive. And I think I sold that for like $500 or something. And it's just amazing, dude. Like, so now, I have a little bit of stuff, and I'm very happy. I kind of like I think it's almost like minimalist, because I'm always pissed off whenever I have to buy something. Like right now, I think I need to Airbnb this property, this apartment that I'm in. So I'm like, shit, now I got to buy a bed, and I need to buy a bedroom set or bedroom, bed stuff to have, a bed and all that stuff. So I'm a little bit upset with that. So I'm going to try to buy it. I got to try to find a good deal somewhere. But anyways, I'm getting a little bit off subject. Is living good here in 22 in Colombia? We talked about the negatives: family, friends, and freedom. Family, you're going to miss them. This is no place to raise a kid. Friends, you're going to miss that camaraderie. Freedom, you can't enjoy life like you used to in the United States and go for a walk or go for, do things that you're normally doing. You can't do that here in Colombia. You have to be careful. And then we talked about the positives. The positives are going to be the climate. Climate's absolutely amazing. Whatever climate you like, we got extremely cold. We got that in Bogota. In fact, we got snow caps here in Colombia. People don't know that outside of Bogota. And then we got that perfect weather with 70 degrees, 65 degrees here in Medellin. And that's where I'm at now, and I absolutely love it. And then we got that absolutely warm, hot. We got that hot for those people that love the hot. We got like the coast, like Cartagena. We got San Andreas, and we got Bucaramanga. All the coast, all that coastline. We have every single climate that you want here in Colombia, whatever you want. And then lastly, we said, okay, one of the positives is going to be that dollar. The dollar is going to be as of today. I don't know when you're watching this video. As of today, it's about $1 is about $4 here, roughly speaking. So you're going to be able to live a life that's going to be so fantastic. You mix all these things together. So you're telling me, Alan, wait a minute. I can live pretty comfortable, like Yonder was saying, about I would say, let's not go with the lap of luxury, and let's not go with let's not go in Poblado where it's all luxurious, and let's not go to the bare bones over there. Let's go in the middle. You can live here in Lorelas for like $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month will pay your rent. We'll put groceries on the table, have some entertainment expenses, pay your insurance, and have a couple of dollars to spend on for the ladies or something. So you can live down here, $2,000 a month. Now don't mix this up with visiting. No. This is not visiting. I'm talking when I say living in Colombia, that means signing a long-term lease in 1 year, 2 year, 5 year leases. This is the only way you're going to be able to get that rent, for $200, $250, $300, something like that. It's when you decide to do a short-term lease, that $250 is basically, really in a nutshell, somebody taking that long-term lease like me, that's really cheap or cheaper, and then furnishing it with another $5,000 or whatever, furnish it, and then we rent it out to have that residual income, So that's something that you could do down here for money. If you're interested in doing that, I can teach you that as well. And maybe we'll do it in another video. So now we talked about all the pros. We talked about all the cons about living here in Colombia. So I'm here if you have any questions, tell me anything that you like to know. And I'll help you guys. I want you guys to be safe. And if you don't know, I don't know if you caught that or not, I'm giving my the classes that I sell, the security and staying safe classes, I'm giving that 100% free now to all my subscribers, just to show making sure you guys stay safe. I would hate to hear if somebody didn't buy the course and they got robbed, which I hear so much, and my heart breaks a little bit, because I'm like, Alan, I could have helped that person if he would have just watched the video. I have like about a few hours of classes that just helps you. This really helps with somebody that's been cushioned and not streetwise. And I mean, there's a lot of tips in there, hours of tips. So anyways, I'm Alan. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to be in and out, but it was nice, man. And then I'm going to be sending out some more videos. I was just taking time to reanalyze my life and Colombia tips, like where we're headed, where are we headed? Because we're growing, and I'm getting so many people, and I'm excited to meet you. Thanks, I appreciate that, Uganda. I'll see you guys on the next one, and make sure to subscribe, like the video. And if you need that security for some reason, you can't get it, that security class, staying safe here in Colombia, let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link.